What's going down, y'all? This is Mission Movie Reviews. You got your homie Jay Green right here. We got my man
Barry Gaines.
Barry in the building. And right now we about to break down our top 3 action chase scene. We're talking about car chase scene, motorcycle chase scene, whatever it may be. Now, it's so hard to break it down to only 3, but we're going to do our best because there's so many wonderful action films out there. Now, for me personally, my top 3 are going to hold weight in a historical fashion, right? What came first, what motivated and inspired other filmmakers after that to make great, dope action chase scenes. The other one's going to be from my favorite film franchise, maybe of all time. Not film franchise, but action film franchise, maybe of all time. And then one is just something that's dear and close to my heart in regards to fandom. Okay? Now, Barry, you want me to kick it off first, or you gonna do this?
I'll kick it off, man. I want people to let that cook a little bit, what you just said there. So, all right. So my first one is going to be, and this is a classic one. Everyone knows this one. And I guess you could say it's a car chase in a way, you know, but I guess it still is. So it's going to be T2, the truck race. I mean, the truck chase. Oh, come on. That was amazing because everything was practical. You had this truck going over the embankment and everything else. You had Schwarzenegger with the kid on the back, and, you know, and just going through I mean, it was just crazy, you know, and that's why that was just a great scene, just the way they did it, you know, and because one thing I loved about it was how they made the truck like the monster. Although the monster was in the truck, but really when you looked at it, it made like the truck itself was the monster, and then the guy just happened to be in there. So yeah, anyway, so I love T2, the truck chase, definitely. That's definitely got to be mine.
Yeah, I gotta say, I love that pick. And I remember, was it like 91, 92 when Terminator 2 came out? And I remember being on the living room floor, eating pizza at my godmother's house with my mom. And we're watching that movie. We just swooped it from Blockbuster, rental swag, you feel me? And as a kid, I don't think that I'd ever seen anything like that amazing before. So for me as a kid watching that, I'm like, oh my God, what is this? This is crazy. And I thought it was just like, looking back at it as I've gotten older, just the way that scene came about, from being in the hallway at the mall to running through the parking lot to getting on the bike to the truck and the music and just everything. Yeah, that's a phenomenal chase scene. Phenomenal.
Yeah, it's classic, man. It's just classic.
Yeah. All right. So my first one, I'm going to take you way back to 68, not 69. Ooh. 68. Okay. We're talking about Bullitt, starring Steve McQueen. Now, I've never actually seen all of this movie, right? Don't hate on me now. Okay. But because I love action, I love chase scenes, I've had a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of other videos talk about Bullitt. So of course I went back to watch that scene, right? And that scene is phenomenal. It's very kinetic, it's well filmed, it's excellently paced, right? I'm from the Bay Area, from San Jose to be particular, right? South of San Francisco, but it takes place in San Francisco, and I always love car chase scenes in San Francisco because jumping over the hills and all that type of swag is super fun, it's super cool. And you know those streets, when you're from an area and you know those streets, you're like, oh snap, I've been there. That's Lombard Street. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? PC Field, let's go. You know? So that's always really fun. But the way that they filmed it, all practical, old school swag, and crazy explosions. You hear the car motor, the screeching of the tires. You really feel like you're in it. It's a great scene. Great scene.
Yeah, I think that you're right. That movie set the standard for a car chase, and everyone just been pretty much chasing that car chase in every movie anyone's made, you know, forever. But Bullitt definitely, that's a hell of a pick, bro. Hell yeah. My next one is going to be, I think this one is a great scene from a great franchise. And it's one of these scenes where if anyone was to try to do a scene similar to this, they're going to say, you just copying whatchamacallit scene, you know, because it was done so well. And this is Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, The Little Yellow Car. The little yellow car scene was awesome because there were moments, there were these moments where, for example, when, you know, Tom Cruise goes into the car and he's like, I don't know how to work this car. You know, he's the super spy. And he gets into a very simple little Italian yellow car and he's like, whoa, gets his bearings and then he's off. You know what I mean? So I love that whole scene, them going through Italy, going through all those narrow roads, and everything they did in that was just practical, pretty much. It was no CGI. And if there is, someone correct me on that down below. But really, I pretty much know it was all real. It was all Tom. And of course, something and everything else, but it was amazing. It was an amazing scene. So if anyone hasn't seen it, check it out.
Yeah. So my next one, I'm actually going to piggyback off of that, and I'm going to give y'all Mission Impossible Fallout. And the reason why,
that's right.
Mission Impossible for me is my favorite action franchise because one, there's so many films, and to me, they're all freaking good. Even Part 2 has its moments of joy. Okay, silly as it is, it's a John Woo film, so you gotta take the dubs with what you can get. You feel me? The point is that Mission Impossible Fallout, he's really bending these corners. Okay, there's stakes in this chase scene. Right? They're in where are they at? Paris, I think they're in Paris. And
I think Rome. Maybe it's Paris. Yeah.
I think they're in Paris. But it's like, narrow streets and whatnot. He's been in these corners. He's going off of staircases, turning that car around, spinning around, doing all these crazy things. But it's Tom Cruise, so he's really driving this car. So not only is it well filmed, not only is it well paced, the action is intense when it needs to be, but the stakes are there. And then you have those character moments like you're talking about in the little yellow car, right? Where he's transporting this one goon, and when the goon sees Tom Cruise's homegirl talking about, oh yo, that's Elsa, he's like, shut up.
I like that little scene.
Driving. You know what I'm saying? Little things like that. Like, so it's like the way that Chris McQuarrie and Tom Cruise have been able to team up for these movies and create these chase scenes and make them fun, from human moments to action to practical to all of that. You are not going to be disappointed when you pop that on. Hopefully the full movie, but if you have to watch it on a YouTube clip, you will not be disappointed. I promise you that.
Yeah, that's a hell of a choice, bro. And one thing too about that I love was that the criminal on the side wasn't even flinching. He was just.
He's chilling.
That's bad. And Tom is pulling the brake and everything else, popping the clutch and everything, going over steps. My man was just.
Yeah,
I was like, I like that.
And I gotta say this for whoever's going to listen to me, is I like Fast and the Furious. I do. Up until Part 6, it was again one of my top standard action, and then it just got bonkers ridiculous. And I don't understand why they can't just bring it back and do some practical ish. It'd probably save them a lot of money. And I think it'll go over much better with the general population. You know what I'm saying? But
right. But they do have some banging. That's true. We could do a whole video just on Fast and the Furious, the goods and the bads. So the ebbs and the flows. Don't doubt. Although Fast and the Furious, I have to give it to them that they have some great car scenes, great chase scenes.
They have some good chase scenes.
And you know what you're getting. You're kind of like, okay, you're on number 8. You're like, what are we going to do? I don't know. Just see what happens. Let's fly across a bridge or like a building. All right, so the next one I'm going to try is so this next one for me, this is number 3, right? This is number 3. This is my third one. So all right, so number 3 for me. To me, it's like the greatest car scene of all time for me. And it's still up there as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, car chase scenes of all time. It's a classic film. And this, to kind of piggyback on what Justin started in this segment about going to the classics, because that really set the standard. I have to say that Road Warrior is one of the, if not the best car chase scene I have ever seen. And it's in the desert. Everything is practical. Cars are going under the truck. Stuntmen are flipping on buggies. People are on motorcycles crashing into each other. Flames are going, and it was just insanity going on in there. And everything was real. No CGI back then. I think this was back in the 82 or 83 or something like that. So that technology wasn't even around, strong enough for them to even insert anything anywhere in there to save anybody. So this was a great, great film. Road Warrior, I could watch that anytime. That end scene is amazing. So if anyone out there has not seen it, see it, check it out. Let us know what you think.
Hell yeah. And also, I want to say, if there is a director that should be in the Hall of Fame for action chase scenes, it has to be George Miller, because you can easily get very bored with action if it's done to death and if it's like the same thing. But what he was able to do with all those Mad Max films is give you something a little different. You get some nuance, and then of course you got the stakes and the characters that you're following and all that. You also know where everything is at, and he hasn't missed a step when it comes to the Furiosa and Mad Max Fury Road. Those movies are phenomenal as well. So yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, George. Yeah, you're right. You're right. He has not missed a beat, so I give him that much. Though I still love my Road Warrior first. Top everything.
All right, so my third one is going to be one that's personal to me, right? You can see I'm a huge Batman fan. You dig?
All right.
So I got to throw in Matt Reeves, the Batman. Right?
Nice.
I remember seeing the trailer, and if you've seen the original like teaser trailer or the regular first trailer, you saw the end scene where it's like the camera's upside down and he's walking up to Penguin in the car and the
gangster. Love it.
When that scene plays out, let me tell you, when that scene plays out and they start, because he's like breaking up a drug deal or something like that. Catwoman's there, Penguin's there, the guns get to shooting and everything like that, and then all of a sudden Batman is nowhere to be found. He's nowhere to be found. In the distance, you see his car posted up in the shadows, like a Mike Myers or a Fred Krueger or some shit like that. Pinhead from Hellraiser, right? And you're like, oh, what the fuck is this? Right? And all of a sudden it starts, and it's going, and it's like, it just starts to slowly build. And you know, sitting there in that theater, my adrenaline was starting to pump. You know it's about to go down. But Matt Reeves is holding that line. He's holding that line, you feel me? And then all of a sudden, that jet engine fires, and we are off to the races. This movie, this scene was well filmed. It had its stakes because you know Batman's got to get his guy. It's filmed in the rain. They're bending corners. He's going through barricades and like those like freeway big metal cement pipes and shit like that.
That's right. Yeah.
Is you feel me? And then when Penguin is like caught up in traffic, like shit, I don't know what to do. He causes this freaking 18 car pile up, trucks flying everywhere, explosions, and he's like, got you. And you're like, okay, and you're just kind of feeling the adrenaline of the chase as it is. But all of a sudden, what happens? Batman flying through the fire. I was like, oh my God. This shit was bonkers.
Exactly.
I was like, damn. I'm in the theater like, oh shit, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So from everything going on in the movie, feeling like Seven meets Batman, you know, detective noir, it's calm, it's slow, and then right in the middle, you know what I'm saying, where it's like, you're cool because the story is good, but right in the middle, they throw it in there. Perfect.
Beautiful. Yeah. Hell of a choice, man. I forgot about that one too. How can I forget? But yeah, hell of a choice, bro. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. All right. So, you know, we always say we only want 3, but it looks like, you know, it's hard to kind of just get 3, but that's what's so fun about it. So we'd love to have you guys let us know what are your 3 top car chases in cinema history. Like, what's the one that you just sit down and say, I got to watch this? I don't care how many times. If it's on, I got to at least watch this segment. So let us know, and we'd love to see it. So thank you, everyone. For anybody who's gotten this far in the video, we thank you very much for your support and everything. And just subscribe below so you can get that ring ding when we have a new video out. Again, thank you, everybody. And see you all on our next edition of Mission Movie Review. Real talk. See you then. Peace.
Deuce.